Hey everyone, this is Sophia, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my recent 4-week project, which was the stop motion arcade. So, new learning. I wanted to make a stop motion animation video. It's something that I've never done before, so first I needed to learn how to create good video and come up with a concept. I thought I might possibly use it for a contest we have in the spring called Imagine. All my movie projects in the past have been film, so this was a little bit different because I had to focus more on the lighting and getting the actual product to turn out better than like shots and angles that I needed for a regular film project in the past. Here's my project plan that I started out during week 1 when I planned everything out. Week 1 I was going to watch tutorials and practice using some techniques. Week 2, figure out and finalize a concept, like which medium I wanted to use, whether that be like clay or paper. I ended up using sticky notes. And then I also wanted to continue practicing a little bit. Week 3, I was going to get to work on the real thing a little bit, and then week 4, work some more and hopefully finish. As I look back on my project plan, I think I should have figured out a concept and everything on week 1 after watching tutorials, so that would have given me 3 weeks to work on my project. And that's kind of what ended up happening anyway. Week 1 I watched some tutorials and everything, and I found one that I liked, and so I kind of followed that more with the sticky notes. And here I'll show you. That was some of these were with sticky notes, and I enjoyed watching those. They were some of the you can see the Vimo one down here. That is the one where I got the tutorial for the sticky note from, and then the one on the very bottom, there was quite a few, there was like 35 different stop motion animations, and that's where I got some of these from, and it showed me how to set up my camera and everything for the when I was filming, and so that was a big help as I learned how to set up everything and make sure my lighting was good, which was something that I definitely needed to work on. So, mastery of technology. I had to set up my film in the back studio, as I showed here, using some of these tutorials to help me figure out how to set up everything. That was really important, making sure that everything turned out good and making sure that my film was not different each day that I filmed, that everything was the same throughout. This was kind of a different project for me because most of my projects have a lot of digital work as far as like editing and stuff goes, but this was more focused on just taking the pictures and making sure that everything fit together and the frames were right, and that I was able to get it to make it look smooth more than editing anything in. So that was a little bit different, but it was kind of cool too to get that different perspective. I had to find some music for my project, and so I kind of looked for some old style arcade video game type music, and that's what I ended up using. So here's my product. So that is the project that I made. If you notice here, won't show you the video again, but you can see the tape I have in the corners over around, and that was so each day I could set up my camera and hopefully get it to be about the same. So I would line up the tape each day, and I kind of wish I would have used maybe a different color of tape or zoomed in a little bit more so that you wouldn't see the tape all the time. As we get to the Flappy Bird section here, you can tell that there is an obvious difference in color, and that is because that day I forgot to change my ISO on the camera, and so that ended up being a problem as it is really like washed out and white, and you could hardly see stuff there, so I wish I would have gone back and fixed that. Time-wise, I kind of wish I would have managed my time a little bit better, whereas I talked about my project plan, giving myself 3 weeks instead of just 2, because I did have to miss for some sports. We had a shortened week in there, and then other stuff that I had to miss class for. Sticky notes, those were kind of hard to use because they did not really want to stick to the wall, so I had kind of problems with, at first, figuring out how to make them stick. I ended up using some tape to hold them, so that just took some time to put tape on the back of each sticky note, or at least some of the sticky notes that were wanting to fall down. Making sure that after each day I would mark where the sticky notes were at, so if they fell off the wall overnight, I would be able to put them back right where they were so that there'd be no difference in the film from days. There'd be some continuity there. So lighting, I kind of talked about that. The ISO on my camera, I needed to learn how to keep that the same, check that each day. Yeah. So all in all, I think my product could have been a little bit better, and I do want to fix it before Imagine. But for the time I had and the amount of work I put into it, I think that I ended up with a pretty solid project that I can be proud of. So, thanks guys for watching.